This is a presentation on the disorder phenylketonuria. Phenylketonuria was discovered in 1934, but the importance of diet as it relates to the disorder was not determined until 1953. Phenylketonuria is also known as PAH deficiency or PKU, as I will refer to it throughout this presentation. PKU is a rare genetic disorder that is inherited from one's parents due to mutations in the PAH gene, which results in low levels of phenylalanine hydroxylase. It is also autosomal recessive, meaning that both copies of the gene must be mutated in order for the condition to develop. This disorder is an error of metabolism that results in decreased metabolism of phenylalanine. Phenylalanine is found in many foods. It is used by our bodies to produce proteins and other molecules. And this error of metabolism could result in potentially toxic levels of phenylalanine buildup. Humans do not produce phenylalanine, but it is a natural part of the foods we eat. But we do not need all that we eat. Therefore, our bodies convert the extra phenylalanine to tyrosine, which is a harmless amino acid. People with PKU cannot properly break down the extra phenylalanine to convert it to tyrosine, and therefore it builds up in their blood, urine, and body. Individuals can't break down phenylalanine because they have a problem with the enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase, or PAH. If left untreated, phenylalanine can build up to harmful levels in the body. High levels can cause disruptions in neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. Serotonin and dopamine are important for mood, learning, memory, and motivation. Phenylalanine is toxic to the brain and can affect the way a person thinks, feels, and acts. There are two types of PKU, classic and variant. The classic common signs and symptoms are listed here. And the variant common signs and symptoms are listed here. PKU affects approximately 16,000 people in the U.S., and around 350 babies are born with it each year. Many countries now have newborn screenings. Males and females are affected equally, and most ethnic backgrounds are also affected. Diagnosis can be done through the routine newborn screenings. Infants may appear normal at birth, but then they may begin to feed poorly and may appear weak. Blood tests can be ordered by the doctor, and this involves analyzing a sample for the presence of the enzyme that is needed to break down phenylalanine. Screening test is performed when the baby is 1 or 2 days old and still in the hospital. Treatment consists mainly of a special diet. However, infants can receive breast milk or a special formula called lefenolac. Individuals with PKU should avoid eating foods high in protein. They must limit foods that contain phenylalanine. Certain low-protein PKU-friendly foods can be found at specialty health stores. Special diets should begin as soon after birth as possible, must continue for at least 10 years, if not forever, but a strict diet can equal a normal health and normal lifespan. Individuals must also work closely with a doctor to manage their food choices throughout their lifespan. Once a specific diet and other necessary treatments are started, then symptoms start to diminish. People with PKU who properly manage their diet usually don't show any symptoms. It's also necessary to monitor phenylalanine levels, and individuals keep records of the amount of phenylalanine in the foods that they eat throughout the day. There's also a new medication on the market. The FDA has recently approved sapropterin for the treatment of PKU. It helps to lower phenylalanine levels, but it must be used in combination with a special PKU meal plan. It's important to note that it doesn't work for everyone, but is found to be most effective in children with mild cases. Here is a list of relevant websites, most of which I used to find a lot of my information. And I have 5 multiple choice questions for you. Here are the first 2. What are the 2 types of PKU? And is PKU a genetic condition? Number 3, which of the following is not a common symptom of PKU? Number 4, how is PKU diagnosed? And number 5, how is PKU most effectively treated? And here are the answers to the multiple choice questions. I've created a case profile for a child that we'll call Tommy. He's a 5-year-old male. He's enrolled in kindergarten and he's had a diagnosis of PKU since birth. He currently lives with his mother, father, and older sister. Because he was diagnosed at birth, Tommy does not currently have any intellectual disability. The main issue that his parents are concerned with is his diet. So I created a treatment plan that includes a healthcare plan that school personnel can use so that they are informed of his condition and understand their responsibilities while Tommy is at school. A copy of this healthcare plan will be kept in the nurse's office and in his classroom. The nurse will review the plan with Tommy's teacher each quarter. He will also consume a special formula that will be sent to school with him every day. And all food must be weighed on a gram scale. And here's a list of foods that he is not allowed to eat. The main goal of Tommy's healthcare plan is that he will maintain a healthy diet and a normal school day. And this action plan outlines how to achieve that goal. First of all, Tommy will bring the formula to the nurse's office each morning. The nurse will then deliver the formula to the cafeteria, and he will receive the formula when he goes through the lunch line. Tommy's doctor will provide a list of approved foods to the district's registered dietitian. The dietitian will then order the food and make sure the school always has the approved items in the kitchen. A member of the kitchen staff should also be trained on his dietary restrictions and will be responsible for preparing and weighing his food daily. In the classroom, Tommy's teacher will write down what he eats every day and send it home. His teacher and mother will also talk to the class at the start of the school year about not sharing food with Tommy. And his teacher will inform his mother about special events such as class parties and field trips so that she can send in approved snacks. I've created a handout for you that lists common signs, symptoms, medications, and treatment for PKU. And then here is a list of my references.